Bolivia is one of the most vulnerable countries by climate change. Nowadays, around 3 million people in the rural area suffering water shortage and 5 million do not have access to sufficient sanitation. The United Nations Development Programme presented a report in 2013 in which it already informed the issue of the Andean highlands would experience due to global warming. A situation that is especially unjust as it's one of the countries that produce fewer greenhouse gases. The average temperature in Bolivia was increasing and could develop up to 2 degrees Celsius by 2030. It's due to an increasing deforestation. The last 25 years, the Andean country had been afflicted by many flooding in certain regions, caused by El Nino combined with intense and long droughts. Bolivia was experiencing the impact in 2016 by several droughts since the 80s. As a result of very extreme El Nino, this serious water scarcity affected the city, where more than 400,000 inhabitants were left without water supply for few weeks. In the countryside, some area in the highland lost up to 90% of the crops, and the government announced the state of national emergency. A clear example of the situation is the drying up of the Pupu Lake located in the Oruro Highlands, which is historical unsteady water mass, where the amount of water reduced due to the drop of rainfall. This ongoing water crisis led to water war, where the increasing of water prices, the World Bank refused to continue $600 million of debt support to Bolivia, except the country agreed to privatize water. For a blank agreement, makers decided placing water in the private region would benefit the Bolivian economy. However, the citizens do not agree with the World Bank statement and construct a protest or demonstration to against water privatization. The strong cooperative spirit that organized this protest achievement is genuinely established in the country, and it is considered as a force of national change. The civilian activism and governmental policy involvement can certainly produce the improvement of the water necessary for the human right. On the other hand, resilience is the number of human beings to comply positively to conflicting situations. This water suffering issue has made the Bolivian communities especially resilient to the lack of water. This organization gathered the awareness on the management of the water resources, climatologists, and emergency response, and they address it to the community by creating the water culture promotion. This has granted a new direction for the restoration of the new water access in the sustainable and participatory way. The project formed by the We Water Foundation in Bolivia. This foundation is a great example of an action to engage the water and lack of sanitation problem in the country. Therefore, Netherlands has found a solution to help water crisis in Bolivia, and the program will be funded by EPSAS to a maximum of 35% to be complement with the loan finance to 100% financing package, as discussed at the Amsterdam International Water Week conference. The first step to accomplish water supply is using various of methods, such as smart water monitoring system, centralized and advanced control, treatment plan upgrades, and infrastructure updating. The installation of smart monitoring and control solution to the dam will help to read out the levels, scale, and water. This aspect will implement an efficient early warning system that will facilitate the government to take timely water demand that will avoid the water issue. The smart water software will supervision the dam level and water flow. Not only that, this software can also monitor the efficiency of existing drinking water plants and set up better quality control. The last step is decreasing non-revenue water by fixing up the pipework and repair of aging infrastructure. What Sydney can learn is creating an organization that gives information about water scarcity so people can be aware of the water issues and the community can use water in a smart way. Not only that, the community will realize how important water, and then they will start saving water from today.